Hello. Right, let's get me... I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Is that a good view? Or do I go in? Yeah, that's better. Right, okay, just coming on to make some cards because I'm home alone and I am bored. I've done a little bit of my Sunday tidy up from yesterday's Kit Together class, which was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Right, let me get this cable out the way, folks. So I'm just coming on to do some appreciation cards. Don't need this colour. So appreciation cards are going to contain little packets of seeds. So I hoofed these out from the garage, got them a while back, and I just haven't got the room space or time to do seeding. So I gifted some to the ladies that were at the class yesterday because they, luckily two of them and the other one's husband does like, hi Karen, does like sowing seeds and what have you. So this is what I'm left with. So I thought I'll make these into, I'll make some cards, appreciation cards. I'm going to use the Impressions of Bloom stamp set. This is down to 11.40 just now. Let me just check that it's still available, because as you know, when things go to last chance, they don't last. They're not around forever, so let me just check and see if it's in stock. And then what I'll do is I'll add a little link into this live comments so you can all have a wee look for yourself. Right, now a second. I'm just trying to organise with my electric blanket. Hello, my wee pal Jackie. It is so cold. Right, let me get comfortable. I've got everything to hand. My electric blanket on. Right, let's see. So, quick way is either put in the name or put in the actual code number. 165605. Search. Oh, put the wrong number in. 165605. And that is still available. Down to 11.40. Is that the right price? Yep. So this is the Impressions Bloom. So what I'll do is I'll just how do I copy? Right. Copy. No, don't want translation. For God's sake. No. Right, how do I copy this then? Oh, there we go, copy. Right, let's find my live, guys, and I'll copy it into the chat. Lovely little stamp set. Oh, no problem. Just pop in and out as you wish, folks. Right, just put my demo ID in. Ta-da! So I've popped a little link in now. Awesome sauce. Awesome, awesome. So let's check the comments are showing up on here. Come on. Hello. Send. Right. Hopefully comments will start popping up now. Fantastic. Right, so this is Woven Textures. I'm sure this is still on last chance at £5 something. The other one that I had, the plaid one, I think that's out of stock. One of them is anyway. But let's face it, I need to use this anyway. So, right, let's pull it all out and see what patterns we have. What I'm going to do is put a panel on the front of a card, just really simple design, and cut it so that you see the two sides. How cool is that? So as you know, there's 2 of each design in these packs, which is fab. But this one has, I think it's 4. And they just like to confuse me sometimes. Yeah, there's 4 of 3 designs. 4 of 4 designs, which is 4, 8. No, 4 of 3 designs, because there's 12 sheets. Oh, I like that as well. However, I am going for the brown design. Yeah, 12 sheets definitely. So I'll keep these ones out and I'll put these ones back in. They're super pretty. Really good for, and I know a couple of customers actually bought these packs because I'd said, you know, they're quite nice for neutral cards obviously, and Easter will be here as well before you know it. These would make lovely little baskets or little boxes, you know, if you've got the dies that cut out little gift boxes and what have you. Jackie, you made me a few for my Christmas swap, remember? They would look really nice. I've got some, I'm going to do it on plain cards, and then I've also got basic white card with the 3D waves embossing folder, matte there. So Soft Waves 3D, and it is great. So while the ladies were doing their crafts yesterday, I just run some of these through, and then I showed them quickly how to make a nice scrap busting card. And that is this. So it's like a little present design, and we've got a little bow on the top that I made using a retired punch. Great way to use up scraps. So I'm going to make some, like I say, appreciation cards. Oh, let me get comfortable. I am so sore today. So sore. I didn't sleep very well last night. I was having bad dreams. It's been ages since I had nightmares. It was horrible. 2 different completely scenarios to it as well. Right, so this is a C6 card. So I am going to do a panel in the middle. So let me see roughly what I want it to measure. Right, I would say 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches by 4.5. So let's cut some bits. 2.5 by 4.5. That's what I said, right? Wasn't it? Right, let's do these big bits first. 2.5 by 4.5. I'm just going to cut 2 at the same time. So 4.5, because I want to make a few. So perfect. By 2.5. And the thing is, maybe the browns and neutral tones isn't your kind of favourite colour, but they will turn out nice. And it's sometimes good just to think out of the box. Perfect. Look at all those different textures. I love it, I love it. Right, 2.5. Line them up nice, line them up nice. Hi everybody that's joining. Didn't have any notifications for me coming on live because I've just sneaked on. I'm home alone. Hubby is at the golf. My youngest 14-year-old is away to the gym for his gym induction at Michaelwood Sports Centre. Spoilt little laddie. He's away with his friend. And my oldest son is en route to Aberdeen to watch the Raith Rovers play. So, right, this is really easy. All we're going to do is cut these panels down. So I want the bottom section to be a little thicker. So it was 4.5. So let's see. I would say if I cut it down to 3. And then what we're going to do is we're going to layer it on our card like so. So let me cut some. That's the same one. When you can mix and match them between the different sheets. Here's another one. Fantastical. And what was the other one? Right, we'll do the 2 then now. Right, it's really easy. I'm just going to place them on the front of the card. Simple, simple. Are you just out of bed, Michelle? Good for you. Good for you. Sometimes I need lots of sleep, and then sometimes my body just wakes up really early. So we're going to do that. And then over here we're going to put a sentiment. Now I chose the Impressions of Bloom. So I'm going to do I Appreciate You. Now, like I say, this is on the last chance. So there's that sentiment. I also want to stamp and fussy cut out a little flower. Just to add on So I'm going to do the smallest one. Now this is 2-stage stamping. So you stamp the background, which we'll do in Pecan Pie, and then over the overlaid stamp, I'll do Early Espresso. Espresso. I always want to call this Espresso, but there's no X in it, Tricia. So yeah, love it. Here's some ones that I've done previous in different colours. So this is what the wee flower's going to look like. I'm not going to bother with any of the little petals. I just want this to be kind of quick cards. We can also layer this up on a panel if we wish. I think I'll do that. So let me get a bit of paper because I want to write down what size it was again. Let me get a wee cheap envelope. And let me get my pencil. So the DSP is 2.5 by 4.5. So the mat on the back is going to be 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. Whoops! I love mechanical pencils, but they don't love me. I'm too heavy-handed. Right, so C6 card. And then I'll write down the measurements for the sentiment layer in there as well. Right, let's get some coordinating cardstock. I could go with Pecan Pie or the Early Espresso, or we could use Crumb Cake. The choices are limitless. Yeah, let's see. I think I'll go with Crumb Cake in the background. No, I'll go with the Pecan Pie. I've got lots of this cardstock. Don't know why that's all marked. Right. Oh, it's so cold. Right, and you see I have some part cut pieces here. So let me use this and cut it down to 4 3/4. Now that's the straight side. 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. Right, so let's do 2 3/4. And it was by, let me just make sure it's level. I think this, I need to straighten this one up. I must have fussy cut that by hand. Right, 4 3/4. And that's the mitt. Isn't it great when you just make it up as you go? Bit of glue stick there. So we're going to stick these on. Ah, see, that's nice. And then when I stamp the little flower in the Pecan Pie, it's going to complement it nice. And I'm also going to do the sentiment in Pecan Pie, I think. So we want to stick these on here first. Oh, I've just dropped that cardstock. Hear my chair creaking. Oh, I'm too short. Can't reach it. Oh, I've got it. My doggies are through the back, sleeping as well. Lucky duckies. Cat was having cuddles too. Oh, you can't just disturb your cat. Oh, my blanket's not even on. Oh, I've not turned the plug on. Oh, the plug was coming out. That's what it was. Right, hang on till I get this on. Right. Pump it up to number 9. Let's get a little sauna snuggle cover going here. Yeah, it is. I'm finding it really cold today too. Right, let's get this stuck on. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right, now what you want to decide is, I think I'll do it this way. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. You just position it as you wish. It's 1/4 of an inch lip all the way around it. Really simple design. So the DSP panel, well, the matte panel is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then the DSP is 1/4 of an inch shorter in length and height, so it's 2.5 by 4.5, and then we cut it at how many inches again? 1.5 inches. So this is 3 inches and this is 1.5 in height. And it very simply is going to go on there like so. Now I will just stick this down flush. You could pop it up onto dimensionals if you wish. You could also, if you want the sentiment down towards the bottom of the card, you could stick it on like that and the sentiment would be there. Right, let's make sure this is as straight as can be. Fabulous. Right, let me get my basic white scraps. Yeah, both my doggies are, see that's going to go across there, it's going to be nice. Both of my dogs are sleeping. Sleeping. Right, get some blocks, Tricia. Let's get some small ones for the flowers. And then we want one for the sentiment. These blocks are awesome. I'm just going to lay that flush. Oh, wrong way. Lay it down and then just pick it up. So I appreciate you. Right, once I stamp it, I'm going to cut it and see what the actual dimensions are for it, okay? Right, now, what do I want? I want a pecan pie. Pecan pie. Now, because the desk's a little bit further away and I'm having to stretch, I'm going to bring this down a bit so that I can stamp it straight. Look how pretty that is. I appreciate you. Now, if we chop that down, get your inks out the way. If we chop that down, let me get, oops, let me get rid of some of the side bits there. We chop this down. Oh, you're looking at 3 inches by 1. There, that's super easy. 3 by 1. 3 by 1, 3 by 1. I'm going to write that down in my notes. Stamping. There. 3 by 1. And then if you want a mark for that, I think I would do 3 1/8 by 1 1/8. So it's a smaller border. What? Oh, what DSP? This is the... Now, I'm sure it's still in the catalogue, hun. It's a reduced one. Where did I put it? If not, there is a similar one. This is Woven Textures. It was down to £5.87, I think. Really good for Easter themed cards. That will suit you perfectly. You know, for some of your church ladies and what have you. Really nice neutral colours. Great for Easter. Hi, Lynn. If this one's the one that's out of stock, there is another pack that is very similar. Let me just find it. I should have checked this before I came on live, but... Oh, this is the other one. This is the other one. It's called Made for Tweed. So one of these is sold out, the other one isn't. But they're very similar in design and colour scheme. So either or would do. But yeah, really nice. We've got some greens in this one as well. So I will check that afterwards. So Woven Textures or Made for Tweed. Easy peasy. I'm going to get a little drink of my coffee. So, now you can pop this on if you want, just as is. Or we can put it on a little mat layer. So let me see what it'll look like on that little mat that I was saying to you. So it would be 3 1/8. I'm going to get another bit of cardstock out because that's giving me the fear, that one, because it's got a squint side on it. Right. So we want 3 1/8 by 1 1/8. Yep. Oops, I've just nicked it here. Oh, I've just dropped my blade. Da, 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 da. So the Need for Tweed is perfect. Need for Tweed is. That's just typical. Right, I can put a note on this one now. Sold out. Oh God, my writing looks terrible. So I would recommend the other one, which is same kind of colours. Right, so we're wanting 1 1/8. Thank you for checking that, Alison. That was very, very handy. Now, this lovely lady, Alison, makes a humongous amount of cards. And a lot for charity too. That's nice on the background, so we're going to go with that. I'm going to stamp and fussy cut out the little flower as well. The only reason I'm doing the little flower is just because the seed packets that I'm going to put inside. So once I've done that, I can kind of gauge. I'll maybe put this over to the left so that we've got a little area for the flower on the right. Right, let's do this. So basic white. And obviously there is dies that go with this, but I'm just going to go for fussy cutting today. Right, let me get the lid on that glue. Right, here we go. So, we'll see. Stampin' and Pecan Pie. You've got two options. You could do the first Stampin' or you can do the second. First generation, second generation Stampin'. Same colour, different outcome. Right, let me see. Yep, that's how that lines up. Right, I'm going to just take this off, line it up on the actual background, and then I'm going to pick it up straighter with my block. So we need the darker colour Early Espresso. I want that to come in. And we're going to stamp over the top. Now I'm going to bring this in closer just till I get it, but I'll show you. So I've stamped on that, and I'm going to stamp on the other one and bring it back in. And I'll show you how gorgeous it is. Look! How cute is that? So I see two very different looks. And you can see the lighter shade of the Pecan Pie actually goes quite nice with this nice neutral colour. I'll print out a print. I'll cut them both out and then we shall decide which one to use. I just love it when you get to sit and craft in peace. Right, so I put an order in on, when did I put an order in? I think it was Friday I put an order in. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out to the best I can. The key is to kind of move the paper rather than the scissors, but you can't avoid moving the scissors sometimes. So, oh, nice. Yes, a gem would go nice. I think a little gold one. I've actually had one gold ones out. So adhesive back, metallic gems. Michelle, these would be perfect. Thank you for prompting me because I probably would have forgot about a gem. You could also put like a ribbon border around that section if you were using it like maybe a smaller stamp sentiment. I have got some new white ribbon and is it Misty Moonlight ribbon coming? Oh. I've actually ordered a few packs because February's Earn Free with Purchase card making kit that I'm going to do. I'm going to pop in that special extra, a little spool of either white or blue ribbon for folk. For the ones that are actually purchasing the class, should I say, not the ones that are given away free. So if you do purchase the class, which is £30 including postage and shipping and what have you, and all the materials and stuff, then you'll get a free spool of ribbon. Right, what do you think? Now there's many options for this. What's jumping out at you guys first? We could mat these up together, put this one a little higher. I've still got glue on my ruler, I need to clean that proper. Or we could do this. No, I think that looks a little, not what I was after. Or we can just do one. I'm thinking that one. What do you think? I'll take a wee drink of my coffee. See what you think. And then we could pop a little gem in here. Now, you get boxes, packets and packets of these off of Amazon. I think it was 40 packets I got in a box. And I'm sure it was like £16 or something. I had really good intentions, it just I never followed through. But great for gifts. 2 flowers, perfect. The lighter one underneath and then the darker one kind of overlay. That looks pretty. Right, what I'll do is I'll pop this on with some foam adhesive strips. No, I'm going to use my foam sheets. I think I've ordered more of these because this packet's nearly done. And I'll just cut a thick strip for that sentiment. Pop it in the middle. Don't need it the full length. Be as frugal as you like. Da, da, da. I love it when you guys help me decide. Right, and I'm placing it in the centre because I want to tuck this little one underneath. Now if that goes there and that goes on the top, we're wanting it just slightly to the left. Slightly to the left. Oh, I like that. So it is overhanging slightly to the left, but that's fine. This we will pop on just with glue. A little bit wet glue, don't need a lot. Like so, and I'll move it over a bit to make sure we can see it. Then this one I will glue on the top and secure it with a little mini dimensional for extra support. Right, talk about my mini dimensionals again. I did bring them out in class yesterday. They'll be around somewhere. If in doubt, I can just open another packet. I'll open another packet. They will be around somewhere. Right, so minis. These are great. 720 you get in a packet for £4. Is it $4? I think they're £4, yep. Right, it'll take you ages. So there's 3 full sheets in here, so yeah, 720. And then in our normal dimensional packs, I think I've ordered some of these and I've got about 3 packets in there. 300, again, they last a long time. Right, I'll put all these away. So what's everybody's plans for today? Anything exciting? Now I need my pokey tool, where is it? Where did I put a little pokey tool? Here we go. I like to use this. This is me Stampin' Up one. I like to use that to pick up these little dimensionals. Right, so where will I position it? Position it like that. So I need it here. And just a little bit of glue on the corner there. I think that's, oops, don't drop it. Ta-da! Oh, that's pretty. I do like that. And you can take it the full shebang and have little, the little petals and the leaves and things as well. You could decorate both sides. See, if you did it this way, you could have the sentiment there and then a little cluster in each side. Right, lid on this. Plan is to finish off Valentine's Day card for the shop which are selling them in-house. Are brilliant. I love your creations. Now, in this pack we have like we've got a rose gold, a gold, a silver, metallic grey, and copper, I think that is. So I'm thinking I'm thinking gold. Let's go with gold. Oh, dog walk soon. Then more stamping. Fantastic. Fabulous. Oops. Put that on a little bit squintier. Lovely. Now, I'm not liking that white circle around there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to add some of that round that gem, and as I'm doing it and touching the ink that I've just stamped, it brings in some of the colour. Don't know if you can see that, it's just let the ink seep onto that white space. Nice! Do you like that? You can change this up, blue themed paper, pink themed papers, yellow. You could do it according to what's in your seed packet. You could use this for inspiration, the colours. So imagine sending this out to one of your customers or someone in my team to say I appreciate you. And yeah, it's a lovely little gift idea. Right, I'm going to make some more because I'm in the mood for crafting. Right, let's do this. Right, we're stepping it up this time. We're still going to use the same layout, etc. However, we're going to do it on a card that's got an embossed layer. So the 3D soft leaves, like I showed some of you guys earlier. Do you know what? For having so much space around me, I picked something. Oh, here it is. It's in front of me. This one, Softways 3D. Now it's a 6x6 size, so perfect if you like 6x6 cards, or if you like C6 like me. I just cut the panels down first, then just run them through, and then run them through with my base plate and my blue embossing plate on my big shot that I'm using just now. Right. Now that's the one we've just used, so let's try this one. Right, so let's get a matte layer for on the back. And I will use, I think I'll use LA Espresso with this one. Oh, and perfect, look, we have some part pieces here that can be utilised for that matte layer, and then a little strip for the sentiment. And then I will need to remind myself what sizes. So, back to my little notes. 2 3/4 by 4 3/4 for the coloured matte. 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. This is a lovely, lovely shade. And I put that back. 2 3/4. These cards look really nice as well, just having one square panel at the top and then stamping directly underneath. Right, we're going to use this and we're going to cut it at 3 inches or 1.5, depending what way you're wanting to cut it. Pop that to the side. Oh, and remember what way it goes, Tricia. So this is going on there and there. Perfect, so let's get it glued on. I really like this one though, like the Hessian, I really like that. Okie doke. So just pop the first panel on and then the second panel, yep, it's all nice and straight. Sometimes on Sunday crafting needs to just be simple. Simple, simple. So next week on Saturday I have some ladies booked in for my card making class, which is the same kit that we're using on Sunday for the virtual card making class. And then once that's done on a live, I'll be able to upload it to YouTube, and everyone who either purchased a kit or earned it for free will have lifetime access to the tutorial. And of course, when I send your pack out, you get the PDF as well as the consumables. The only thing I can't give people is stamped images because it's not allowed. So But you can use your own stamps, or sometimes I include little ephemeral ones that you pop out yourself, like these ones. Greetings for all. And we've got another good one, and there's a new one in the mini catalogue as well. We've got this one too, really good for quick. Greetings for all, mix and match. Really, really good for quick cards. Right, so stamping layers 3x1, but the mat is 3 1/8 by 1 1/8, so we'll do that first. Perfect. Love it. So that's that. Need a bit of white. Now, I think this may be 1 inch. Yeah, it is already. So just need to trim that down to 1x3. It's worthwhile keeping your little scraps, especially for the paper that you're using a lot, like white and black. I don't need to put that in, I need that. It's worthwhile putting them in a little wallet. And how I normally store mine is like so. I'm waiting on new packets to come in. I've had to do a stock refresh of cardstock and what have you. This is the last of my white. So yeah, I'm waiting on more coming. But it's a good way to store it. Right, so let's stamp the sentiment in early espresso. Now I'm just going to get my Stampin' scrub. I'm going to go to the wet side. I washed this the other week. Go to the wet side, which isn't wet at the minute, but it will be now. These are only £20. Sure, it's £20. Right, I'm just going to clean off my stamp. Look at that. And then I'm going to dry. Clean and dry, clean and dry. Because I'm going to stamp different colour. Well, a different way. Perfect. Right. There's a little dirty bit on it. There we go. So that's them all cleaned. Look how fab this is. And it's got the little rubber feet on it so that when it's folded out on a flat surface, it's nice and sturdy. Nice and sturdy. Right, now the key here is for me to stamp straight on this little bad boy and to stamp it in the right colour. So we're going with early espresso. Remember, if you don't get it right first time, just flip over your bit of card. And you just be gentle when you're inking up, guys, because you don't need to pressure. That is when you end up putting the whole stamp in the ink pad, pushing it down, and it ends up going all over your stamping block as well. Now I'm just going to give that a wee second to dry. While that's drying, I'll get another little scrap piece to stamp flowers. This little bit will do. Right, so what I want to do is I want to see what early espresso is like stamped off. So there's the first stamp, there's the second. Now I've not cleaned that right, there's a little line on it. Let me try that again. Flip it over. So there and there. Nice. And then we could stamp directly on top. I'm not sure how the early espresso will look. I'll maybe stamp that slightly off. Just so you can see. Well, you can still see the lines. But I think this one will go on top. Not perfectly centred, but it's alright. So I'll put this one underneath and this one on top. Put them away. Right, no ink on my fingers or thumb, so we'll stick this in the now. Awesome. Oops. Now I did move that slightly, so you get a little tiny room for manoeuvre just for a second with that Tombow glue. It's really good glue. I'm just going to have a little drink of my coffee. Let me bring this back into shot so you can see it. Oh yuck, that's cold now. And I need to wrap this blanket around my back. My back's a bit sore. Nothing better than some heat therapy. This blanket is definitely much better than the, I'll put this one upside down, than a hot water bottle. Yeah, I'm going to put this one up upside down. That's nice. Right, let me get this stuck on. Now, if you're popping on mats on top of embossed layers, you want to make sure that you get a good amount of glue on there. And I'm just going to sit my blocks on it the wrong way round. Give it a wee second till it sticks. Oh dear. Fantastic. Super. Right, I'm going to pop that on there. Right, let's get these fussy cut out then. Hi everyone, how are you, Rachel? Right, let's do this, folks. Once I finish the live, I am going to pop Netflix on. So if anybody has any recommendations for cheesy romance type films, comedy, funny ones, I think that's what I'm in the mood for this Sunday morning. I do like crime and real documentaries and stuff, but I think that's a bit heavy for a Sunday morning. Right, okay, let's do this. Now, what I didn't tell you is, the bit in the middle, I know we put a lovely little gem on the last one, but the stamp sheet actually has a centerpiece that you can use, which is here. So I'm going to utilise that because it's there, so why not use it? And I'm going to go with a dark centre. I'm going to bring this, look how tiny it is. Dark centre for that. And then I'm going to stamp off whatever's left in that ink in there. Oh, let's see. That's nice. Don't know if you can see that. Fabulous. And that kind of takes away from this one being so dark. There's a bigger centrepiece as well, but that's for these bigger flowers here. But the sentiments are lovely. You've got thanks, you've got so very much, and you've got for being there. And it's down to £11.40. Fantastic. Right, now where did that little bit of foam sheet go that I cut down? It's like playing a game of cat and mouse here on my desk sometimes. There's not actually that much laying about. Oh, I filed it away, guys. The Prodigal Son is good. Rom-com films and horror. Yeah, I've got to be in the mood for... I do like thrillers. I don't actually... not so keen on like horror. Just because I was traumatised watching The Poltergeist when I was young. It's kind of put me off for life. Right, I'm just going to put that here. That's pretty. Look at the difference. Just with having the embossed background. So level up. Right, let's get this little flower on. Oh, I've just come off my life by accident. Hi, Robin. So at the minute I have a long-sleeved jumper on. I have a long-sleeved, long-length cardigan on. Right, hang on, I can't see my comments again. Ah, that's it. Both are gorgeous. Thank you, Alison. Sometimes less is more. Right, I'm going to... yeah, I'm just going to pop that on. I should have really... oh yes, it's just giving me time to lift that. Phew! Pop that one on there. I'm going to trim this down a little bit. There's a bit too much white showing for my liking on this one. Good morning, everyone. Demon Hunters again. Love the music of it. Oh, nice. I'll maybe have a little look. I like to just binge a whole series of something on a Sunday. And my husband usually chills out watching his football podcast things or car building podcast things, video casts or whatever you call them. Happy New Year, everybody. I know, I can't believe where we are already. What's this, the 18th? 18th of January. Scary stuff. Scary, scary stuff. I think that's really pretty. Beautiful. So let's see what seeds will go in these ones. Ooh. Amaranthus. They're unusual. Easy to grow. Oh, you sow them from next month, so these will need to be distributed next month at the latest. Aquilegia. Again from February, they're really pretty. Free flowering border plant. Right, fab. Right, I'm loving those. So yeah, today's plans are just crafting and Netflix for me. Right, let's see what else I've got here. Just bear with me, I think they're really pretty. I think what I'll do as well is I'm going to make a little pouch to hold these seedlings in too. And I'll use these mats on the top. So we'll make a pouch and then we'll decorate the front just like we've decorated the card there. I'm going to move these, excuse me, these stamps out the way they now though. Right, so I need to figure out measurements. I'm looking at this. Right, so these measure these are 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I just draw what I need it to look like. This is how I design my packets. So this needs to be 5 1/8. So let's just say 5 1/4. So there's more than enough room. This needs to be. I'm going to say these need to be 4. So 4 8 9 for the flap. So that's 9 by. And then we've got 5 1/4, we need 1 inch and 1 inch, so 5 6 7 1/4. So 9 by 7 1/4. Long side to the top, we're going to score it at 4 and 8 inches. Short side, we're going to score it at 1 inch on both sides. 1 inch on both ends. That makes it easier. Right. Done. And that's what I try to do for all of my projects so that I can kind of see they're mine. Right, let's use this one. So, let me check that it's wide enough first and foremost. I'm going to use my other trimmer that's got the new blade, the new guide in it. Because that one keeps falling out. I do need another new plastic guide. Right, so it's going to be, what did I write down? 7 1/4. Whew, that just fits. So 7 1/4 by 9. Now you're going to need a corner rounder. I've got one here that is retired. I'm sure every crafter's oh, excuse me, everybody's got corner round there somewhere. Right, I'm just going to pop away 2 seconds to microwave my coffee because it's half a cup and I don't want to waste it. So give me a wee second, guys, and I'll be back. I would put on some break time music for you, but you're not allowed to on Facebook. And I might sing to you, but I might scare you away. Oops. Right. La 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 la. I will be back in a minute. Back in a minute. Back in a minute. Fabulous. I am back. See, that was good. So, if you're here, say hi. I'm not sure everybody's comments is coming up. If you do comment, it does kind of push up the live in the group or in the group members' news feeds. If you comment. Oh, and I've just put my chair over the cable of my blanket. Hang on. What am I doing? Oh dear. All fingers and thumbs today. Nothing's going to plan with this blanket of mine. There we go. I just rolled over the power cable with my wheels. Not ideal. Not ideal. Right. Let's get going. So, we are now on to making a little gift pouch for the seeds. Again, a great way to use up packets of designer series paper that you've got sitting. Right, so long side to the top, which is 9 inches, we want to score it at 4 and 8. Now, be gentle, move your cutting blade out the way. Don't overdo the scoring. You could do it a couple of times lightly because the designer series paper is not as thick as your cardstock and you don't want to risk actually cutting through it. Now you can't see the score lines properly, but I can see them. But you'll see how it goes in a minute. So we're switching it and we're doing long side to the top, short side to the top, and we're going to just score it at 1 inch on both sides. Okay, so just flip it over, 1 inch on both sides. And it's really useful when you're doing 1 inch scoring to use the right side, and it saves you having all this flapping about. So it's good, a good design of paper trimmer. Right, okay, let's do this. And this is going to be really easy. Really, really easy. Right, even I can't see the score lines. Right, we're going to fold and burnish. Where's my bone folder? Very well used. You can't even see the Stampin' logo on it anymore. Don't forget, guys, when you shop in the small online store, you can earn bonus day coupons, £4.50 rewards to spend next month per £45 spend in my online store. You can also earn product of the month for just £5, which is a stamp set, if you spend £70. And if you're there spending £70, you're going to earn my free with purchase card-making kit. Now, we're coming into the last week of January soon. I've sent out kits for next week's class, so if you were to buy, you would automatically go into next month's card-making class freebie. Okay, so don't worry about that. Right, now what we need to do is we need a flap at the side, flap at the top, and a flap at the bottom. So we need to get rid of these two flaps and these two little squares. Now, scissors. So I'm just going to cut away the little squares first. Now, you just need to be careful. Sometimes you can't see very well depending on the pattern. Like this side's really, really busy on the eyes. Okay, so I need to cut away this bit and this bit. And you can make the flap bigger if you want, smaller. It's entirely up to you. This is just a basic packaging for a little packet of seeds. I'm going to use bigger scissors to cut these two panels off. Now if you cut them straight enough, you could use these for little mat layers. Or if you've got far too much, you could just chuck them in the recycle pile. But you could make a card and layer up all your little offcuts to make a nice little background. Right, so here we have the basic pouch. Okay, like so. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to tuck this bit in and fold it over so that the flap here is the only kind of bit that your eye's drawn to, and then you can open it up this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a half a circle out of there, just so that the recipient can see that there's something hiding inside. So if you've got a circle punch, just punch away a wee bit like that. Right, so we're going to put, you can do wet glue if you want, or you can do, what do you call it, tearing tape. This one that's getting tucked under, I'm just going to take a wee smidgen off the edges, miter them, because I don't want any bulking. And then before we stick it together, we need to corner around the flap. Now, I'm thinking now this would have been nicer as a bigger flap, but it's still fit for purpose. Right, where did I put my punch? Okay, so there's one side and there is the other. Love it. And you can see that's there. Now that's not bang on centre, so I'm going to come back in and make it bigger. Where did I put that? Punch, oh there it is. When I don't put things exactly centred, it annoys me a little bit. But eyesight's not perfect, no one is, are we guys? Right, so let's do this. So, glue on this bit first, where it overlaps. Just give that a wee second. These blocks are great as well because they work as a great little paperweight to hold that down, to give it a wee minute to set. You want to make sure all your edges are stuck down proper when it comes to these. I've got an awful itchy chin just now. Don't know what's going on. Right, and then we're going to add, it's sticky a wee bit. You know what, I think I'll use tearing tape. And I want to just run it along the edge, and I'll put some wet glue on it as well. So just like that, and like this. Give it a little pop down like so. Smashing. Fabulous. Right, I'm just going to run a little bit of wet glue on there as well. Really easy. We're just folding this over and securing it like that. Not too much glue because it might seep out and then you end up with your seedling packet stuck inside. So there it is. Please fit. And look, you can see here. We did actually have a stamp set that says pull here. I think I sold mine. That would have been perfect. But you could do print off a little label and say pull, and then it's like this. Oh, and these are wildflowers. Ideal for shady borders. Foxglove. The last time I used a packet of wildflowers, I got the most crazy combination that was just like not very nice. Right. Now this is going to be too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an inch off of this. So I'm just going to write this down. I'm going to take an inch off. So it's 2.5 by 3.5. So DSP 2.5 by 3.5. And then the mat is going to be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Is that right? No. I think I've just written down the exact same measurements. Let me take an inch off. No, I'm right, yeah. Right, keep that wee scrap bit somewhere. Right, so we need to cut this. So I'm going to cut this at 1.5. So we're going to pop that one like so. Perfect. Right, I think I'll go for El Espresso. We've got this here anyway, so this is going to be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. We're going to layer that on top. 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Sometimes it's nice just to watch someone crafting. I can see I can see people popping in and out. That is awesome. Right. So these are really, really basic paper crafts. Once you know how to do it, you're laughing. It can be quite scary at first, but trust me, once you get to know all the ins and outs and the basics and what's what and what all the terminology is, it does get easier, guys. Right, oh, that's nice. I do like that. I do like that. Now, you could put 2 little eyelets in here and tie it with some neutral twine or what have you. But I'm just going to be, not cheapskate, I'm going to be a time saver here, and we are going to use a little gold bulldog clip. Now, this one's actually a magnet, but I will look out my little normal bulldog clips. Right, so I think I'll put this one like so. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the seed packet out first though, because I want to have this flush. So up close to the edge, but not too close. Give it a, oops, she says. Give it a little bit room for it to seep towards the edge. Right, just position this roughly in the middle. Perfect. So I'm just going to, I'll give that a little pressure. I could actually set my punch on it and give it some time to take, and I'm going to finish the last of this coffee. Since I went all to all the effort of microwaving it to heat it up again. Right. Now the stamp set I'm using, have I got a packet of daisies? If I had daisies, I would use a daisy stamp. If I had a sunflower stamp set, I would use a sunflower one. But like I say, this is a bargain. Keep what you need and just gift away the rest. I've just gifted away them all. Right, I like that. Right, put the packet back in. Foxglove's really nice. Okay, there we go. Let's get the little clip back on. I'm going to try and come live every other day in the group. It'll just be random times, so that whoever's around at the time can maybe catch me. I need to actually try going live on TikTok because I've got quite a following. Well, I've got a couple thousand people on TikTok already. So TikTok's a little bit different now because you tend to get people that are just like your non-crafty reels, so they'll follow you for like the personal content and stuff. So I'll see. Right, white stamping layer, or I think we'll do daisies on this one. Should we do that? Let's clean these off. Let's do some daisies and do a thanks sentiment rather than I appreciate you. Right, so I want to clean these off. Now you can see in the corner here there's drips, raindrops. That indicates to me that it is the wet side, and then we dry it off. So I'll do that for all my stamps, pop them back in, and then get the daisy ones popped up on my blocks. Nice. Right, so shift that out of the way. It's really lightweight as well. Right, so let's pop this away. I'm not doing the daisy, it's this one I want to do. This big flower. Right. So, let me get these bits popped back in. Simple, simple, simple. Like so. I never, ever, ever put them in the way that they came out. I get close to it, but... Right, so... No, I will do the daisy. I will do the daisy. I will do the daisy. Now, these daisies that I've done, I used the background, like stamp 1. You know how the 2-step. And I just changed the colour and I twisted it around a little bit to get that effect. But this time I'm going to do that and then the matte layer on top. But you can use these different ways and stuff. So I'll just leave that out so I can show you the difference. And I'll get these ones out. Now I think this one here will fit on there, just. And the top layer. And if you wanted, you could do this in a pop of yellow or something, just for it to really stand out. And we've got the centre piece as well, which is two stamps, but I'm just going to use the actual imagery one rather than the background. And we need the sentiment. Thanks. Now we don't need that big block, so let me get a littler one. A little tiny one. Let me see, will this fit on this little one? Yes, it does. Look at that. Isn't it good having lots of blocks in different sizes? It's amazing. Right. Let's do this. Right, what do I need? I need some white cardstock. So look how nice. We've got the instructions for the card, and then we've got the instructions for the packet. And then when I'm bored one day and not in the mood for crafting, I will end up typing that up into a tutorial and popping it out to my newsletter subscribers first, and then it'll go on the website. Right, so let's do this. That'll do for the daisy. Now I want to do l'espresso stamped off. So let me use this envelope just to kind of stamp off the first lot. Right, I need to do that again. Yeah, because I want it lighter shade. So second generation stamp on that. Then comes the fun bit of matching up the top stamp. Don't ask me why I always sing when I speak. Would you look at that? Would you look at this? Right, I'm bringing it closer to my folks just to line it up as best I can. Oh, that's my husband back from the golf. Look at that. So that's how it's meant to be, and there is another way of doing it. I think that's cute. I do think that's cute. Right, I'm going to cut this out. Apologies if you hear the dogs barking. You know what, I think I'll actually stamp a couple of little leaves as well. Now, all I'm going to do, well, I need to stamp this in it actually. Let me do a pecan pie in the middle of that, just to give it a little bit difference. Right, right, leaves. Right, I need to clean this off because I need to use this little one. I wonder how my husband got on at the golf. Sometimes he plays brand new, he says, and sometimes he plays absolutely rubbish, according to his little take on things. Right, so again I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to do 2 leaves. Ta-da! And the reason I'm stamping off is because I want it the same colour, but I want to be able to see that top layer. Right, so where is the top layer? And this is easy, there's only one way it can really go on. So let me just bring it closer. Sorry, you can hear my dogs barking. And I'll give you a little close-up view. See, that one's perfectly stamped and that one's slightly off. But they both look great. Oh, my shoulder just cracked there. Right. Okay, so I'm going to put these stamps back in my thing now because it's one less thing sitting on my desk. So I'll clean them off on my Stampin' scrub. Oh, I love a Sunday craft session. I love it, I love it. I don't think that came from there. So I'll just move these around a little bit. Right, no, the only one who needs the thanks. So, let me stamp thanks. I've just got little scrap bits here. Now this is going to be too thick. And let's see if this little one is enough. Hold on. Oh, it might be just a little bit tight. Let me try it. I really need to bring this close to me because it's literally, there we go. It fits in no more. That'll do. So I'm just going to cut it there. So you can just measure your little sentiment section according to how you're going to mat it up and stuff, or what sentiment you're using. Right, I'm just going to stick it on here and first cut it out. I hope my husband's putting these golf bags back in the garage. Sometimes he just leaves them in the car. Naughty, naughty. Right, okay, let's do this. There we go, it's nice. It's nice, and it's nice to see my craft desks getting really, really messier by the minute. So there is this sentiment there. Very pretty. And what we'll do is I'll overlay that on the actual flower. Right, I'm going to turn this blanket off now. I'm absolutely sweating. No, I'll take my big long cardigan off actually. Wow. Oh, why is it the heat all of a sudden hits you? Oh, I've got this lovely little jumper on that I got out of Matalan. Little ribbed effect. Down to £6 from 15. So I'll be having that. Right, okay, let's cut these out. And then I think I'll be done for the day. Right, let's clean this stamp off first. And pop it away. So all the products that I've got that are currently in Last Chance, I have them sitting in a separate bag. And every week or so I will go through and check the stock of them. Oh, hang on, I think I've locked my husband out. Quiet! I'm just on the line, I didn't mean to lock you out. What a wally I am. I don't remember locking that front door, but never mind, I must have. Quiet, girls. Right, so let's first cut this out. Close your ears if the dogs are annoying you. They will settle down once they see it's their daddy. Love the colours. Sorry I missed the beginning of live if you were working. Oh, you were working on a Sunday. Poor you. I just made some little appreciation cards that I can put a little packet of seeds in as a thank you to people to use up this packet of DSP, which was only £5 something. But it's sold out, so I was just explaining that another one is the Need for Tweed is still in stock at £5.87, but that one there, Woven Textures, isn't. So, but the two packets are very similar, and they're great for neutral colours or Easter, things like that, male theme. Got nice neutral card designs. Oh, has your dog started barking? Oh, my girls are so loud. I would be lost without them, but honestly, they're just doing their job. They're just doing their job. Yeah, and this one, Catherine's just a wee basic pouch to put them in. Like that. Ta-da! Always a good way to use up all those packets of DSP, because I'm sure everybody's got a stash or two of them. I know I have. Although I am getting better at using up current product, getting the use of it, and then ordering more. But that's because as an active demonstrator, I want to be showing products that are available, with the exception of this one that just happens to be now sold out. But other normal crafters will just use whatever's in their stash, which is what you want. Which is what you want. Right, this is great. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And what you can do is you can get your bone folder and you can like manipulate these. Bring them up, down, give them some texture. Like so. You can put a couple of dimensionals on so they sit higher. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right. Where's my normal dimensionals? I think I'll pop that there. Hi everybody that's joining. Right, I'm going to pop that there. Like so. I think that's cute. I don't know why I've got this one off. I'll just stick that on there now so I don't lose it. Right, let's get the little leaves cut out. I'm actually starving. I wonder if my husband's going to put anything on to eat. Oh, great timing, great timing. You could do the same layout with all the DSP, the beauty of this you have in coordinating DSP and cardstock and ink. Yep, totally. And I was saying that about these cards, like you could have pink theme, blue theme, crazy theme, whatever your little heart desires. And then you just, obviously you change up the ink and the cardstock so it matches with the DSP. Right, I'm going to cut these down a little bit more to get rid of some of the white. I could have used my blending pen to draw some of the ink out, or the Wink of Stella, but I don't want to get a linky off this. And again, you can manipulate these little leaves as well. I will use little mini dimensionals for them, just to give it some 3D effect. Right, baby dimensionals. And Poke Tool. Yes, the floral one. I was looking at a packet, there's a floral one that's just actually sold out as well on the last chance, and I thought that would be perfect, but I thought no, I'll resell the packet because it's brand new when I have a D-stash. Yeah, there's so much floral ones. I need to actually get some new packets of DSP, or maybe I should just use the ones I've got first. But yeah, the floral ones would look absolutely amazing, and if it was like pinks and reds in it, you can choose your packet that matches as close to your paper as well. Right, I'll do this one as coming out like that. Oh, I think this is nice. That's nice. And again, you can draw. Let me just use my Wink of Stella to go over this flower to draw some of it. I don't know if you can see that. Just to draw some of the ink out onto the white, so it's not as much in your face. See, if this was a white matte layer, I wouldn't have bothered so much. Or you can just use your blender pen. But let's add a wee bit of sparkle. And I know it looks like it's changed the colour of the ink, but it will dry near enough the same as what we stamped it. Obviously it'll be a wee bit different because there's a layer of glitter on it, but you get the gist. And I've got lots of little oozy bits stuck to me because I'm covered in glue. Covered in glue. Yeah, so those that end the January's class, I will be nipping out and getting these posted into a parcel box up at Royal Mail today. So you should get them for Wednesday. If not, it'll be Thursday. You'll definitely have them by Sunday when the virtual class is taking place. Right, I am just going to pop that. I think I'll just pop it down there actually. Yeah, let's do that because I've already put a dimensional on it. So what the hell? Right, another one. This would look nice with ribbon wrapped round as a border here as well. Oh, fabulous. So it's 2 little mini cards. Oh, if not take them back enough for that. And then it's a box with a pull-out section that we're going to layer up the card and what have you. And then you can add photos on it. It's like a little memory box, so you just pull it out. It's like a little little scrapbook box. Do something different. It did use quite a bit of cardstock, so that's how there's only 3 projects in the actual kit. Normally it's like 4 to 6 cards, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Now this definitely needs some gold bling. Let's see what other ones I've got actually. So yesterday I saw a Kallax unit for sale. It says it can be delivered. I was like, you know what, I'm going to get an 8-cube Kallax. Boy delivers it within the hour. Within 5 minutes my son comes down and he claims it. So he gets it in his room and mum's left with nothing. So I'm on the hunt for a second-hand 8-cube Kallax unit because I need more storage in my craft room. You know, that I could just grab and go. Like I need a section to put my classes in that are sitting instead of having them in a bag on my desk. And oh, now these are nice. Antique pearls. These are in the annual catalogue. Now you see how I index my stuff? This was originally a mini catalogue item, and then when the new catalogue came out, it had been continued into the new annual, so you'll see that there. This is an online exclusive one. It's probably sold out now. That's annual. We know the basic rhinestone jewels. This is annual. This would be nice as well. If you were doing a little yellow flower on here, you could almost pop different, what do you call it, on it as well. And we've got these ones that are white. But I want it a bit bling, so I'm going to use the antique pearls. Hit the love button if you're well overdue a visit to IKEA, folks. Can I like my own life? There. I want to go to IKEA. Nice and popping. Oh, thank you. Enjoy your lunch. Once this is finished, I'll just show everyone what I made, and then I'll be popping off for something to eat too before I pass out. Ah, these are pretty. Now, most of the gems that we get usually come in 3 kind of sizes, the majority. Where will I put? Where should I put this one? Kind of left me no room. If that was round a bit, I would put it down there. I think I'll just pop it there. There we go. Now, let me just tidy a little bit and I'll just quickly show you what we've made today. I'm going to close my ink pads now though. Sorry about the noise. Right, I'm going to wick everything off my space to the right hand side. This isn't going in the bin, this is just going to be sorted out in a minute. Or once I've had something to eat, because my tummy is rumbling like crazy. So, whole point of this was to gift some seedling packets and to use up a really cheap last chance packet of DSP that is already sold out. But I will say again, so I used the woven textures, which is now sold out, but you can still get the need for tweed which is very similar, similar colours, for £5.87 I think. So that's still available in my online store. And remember about all the bargains that's going on just now as your bonus days and stuff. So we made 2 cards. Great way to use up the DSP, done some stamping, some ink blending, colour blending there. Nice little sentiment. And then we made a little package. I like these, that you can put the flowers in as well. And my OCD and my slight ADD is telling me that I should have something brown in there because that just does not match. So let me change that to that. That's more suited. There, I'm happy now. And what I would do, I would just put a little sticker on here. There's my little stickers. Right, I would put it in a packet. I'd put this in a like a cello bag. Right, so let me get a little cello bag. What I think I'm going to do is, if I think I'll get away with using a white clip, a wee white bulldog clip on this, because we have the white here. So I'm just going to use that to seal it. I'll pop it in a wee cello bag. And I can't concentrate because I need to put the seeds back in, don't I? What were they? I don't remember taking them out. Right, so start again. I'm going to put it in a cello bag. Like so. We're going to seal it. And we're going to put our branding on it, which I always do. Squish that flat. What I do is, I put my little logo on it, and it says copyright Stampin' Up, and another little sticker which says free gift. So I just pop them on, and then people know that's a little handmade item for them. But look, it didn't take that much to make. And I always try to make things that if I was to receive it and go, oh, I really like that, you know, it's lovely to receive a card, but I just think it's extra special if you put something in it. Even if it's just a little motivational printout or something. I've got lots of cards like that. So yeah, that is projects today. Thank you for coming on. I know it was an ad hoc one, but what I'll do now is I will go off, I'll go and get something to eat, and I shall download this and pop it up to YouTube and reshare it across the actual business pages. Thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.